One day, Edward was talking to Trevor when Douglas steamed by. He was pulling a train of heavy coal trucks. "Come on, Edward. Stop gossiping in the sun when there's work to be done." Later, Edward spoke to Douglas. "Trevor and I are old friends, and you and he have a lot in common too." "Och, aye," quizzed Douglas. "And what'd that be?" "Scrap," said Edward quietly. Douglas gasped. "Don't mention that word. It makes my wheels wobble." "It does the same to Trevor," replied Edward. "He was being sent to the scrapyard, but the vicar and I saved him, and now he's really useful again. Even so, the Fat Controller certainly does need another steam engine here." "Aye, and quickly," sighed Douglas. That night, Douglas was still working. He had taken the midnight goods train to a station at a faraway part of the island where only the diesels work. He was just shunting, ready for his return journey, when... "That sounds like a steam engine," he thought. The hiss came again. "Who's there?" asked Douglas. A whisper came. "Are you a Fat Controller's engine?" "I intruded it." "Thank goodness. I'm Oliver, and I'm with my brake van towed. We've run out of coal and have no more steam." "But what are you doing?" "Escaping." "From what?" "Scrap." Douglas shivered. Then he remembered Edward's story about saving Trevor. "I'll be glad to help you," he said. "It'll have to look as if you're ready for scrap, and I'm taking you away." The drivers and firemen agreed to help too. Everyone worked fast. "No time to turn around," panted Douglas. "I'll run tender first. Come on." But before they could clear the station, they were stopped. "Aha!" exclaimed the foreman. "A Great Western engine and a brake van too. You can't take these." "Ah, but they're all for us," said Douglas's driver. "See for yourself." The foreman looked all over Oliver. "Seems in order." "Right, away, guard." "A neat thing," puffed Douglas. "We've had worse," smiled Oliver. And they forged ahead.
We ran at night. Friendly signalmen would pass us from box to box when no trains were about. We got on well till Control heard about a mystery train. Then they tried to hunt us down. What did you do? A signalman let us hide on an old quarry branch. Driver, fireman and guard blocked the cutting with rubbish and levered one of the approach rails away. We stayed there for days, with diesels baying and growling like hounds outside. I was very frightened then. Small blame to ye, said Douglas feelingly.
It was daylight when their journey ended. "We're home," cried Douglas. "Shh," said his driver. "There are the works. We'll find a place for Oliver." Oliver said goodbye and thank you, and Douglas puffed away. The next day, Douglas told the other engines all about Oliver. "The Fat Controller will have to know," said James. "Douglas should tell him at once," added Gordon.
"Well, here he is," said a voice. "Now what's this all about?"
"Beg pardon, sir, but we do need another engine." "Yes, sir," ventured Gordon. "A steam engine, sir."
"Well, unless one is saved from scrap, there's little hope. But, sir..."
"Sir," burst out Douglas. One has.
Yes, indeed. And thanks to you, Douglas, he is now at our works. Oliver is just what we need for Duck's branch line.
Everyone cheered. Now Oliver and Toad are mended and painted in full Great Western colours. Duck and Oliver are happy on their branch line. The others laughed at first and called it the Little Western. Duck and Oliver were delighted, and so the Little Western it will always be.
It's Thomas. You're the leader. Come on. Okay, 2, they're 4, they're 6, they're 8. Shunting trucks and hauling freight. Red and green and brown and blue. They're the useful crew. That's all with different roles to play. Round Tidmouth sheds and far away. Now Stanley's joined this friendly play. Who's this coming down the track? The list is long, it never ends. James and Percy, Huff and Puff. Emily, she knows her stuff. Henry, Edward, what a pen. Toby, like I say, he's square. Gordon thunders down the line. Everyone's a friend of mine. That's right. Come on. Thomas, he's my number one. Shining in the morning sun. Where small and strong is all the rage. So handle Rusty, Mighty Mac. Whoa. Fearless Freddy at the back. Reneus and then Peter Sam. Scarlowy, Duncan, he's my man. With Mr. Percival in charge. No work's too hard, no job's too large. Yeah, So Team David's Bertie, the really useful crew. Just engines full of steam. There's Jack and all, he's building team. Tipping stones and digging roads. Filling trucks and loading loads. Sir Topham Hatt, he keeps an eye on every engine passing by. Everything is tickety-boo, cause out in front is you know who.